Road Mall for an exciting experience at MAC Cosmetics. Today, Miami senior artist Josh is going to show us all about makeup and trends, so let's go inside. We're now in the MAC Pro studio with Josh, and he's gonna show us everything there is to know about makeup right now. So let's see what we've got going on today.
We actually have a lot going on today. For starters, everyone in Miami always has issues on keeping their makeup on with the humidity and the constant, battle with it. So we're gonna discuss a few products that'll be great for Miami-proof makeup.
That's perfect.
Yeah. But also, a lot of people have trouble incorporating trend and current trend into their Miami-proof makeup, so we're also going to touch a little bit of base on that.
Awesome. I'm so excited to see what you have. So I guess we're going to start with some foundation or prep and prime. Let's see what's going on. So I always have trouble getting ready for a really hot day outside, so tell me a little bit about what I can do to prepare my skin in order to not look totally like a hot mess at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like the #1 main Miami product is the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation.
Okay.
It's great because it lasts 24 hours, it's completely waterproof, and it will not smudge or transfer anywhere.
That sounds amazing.
It really is.
And you could wear that in the pool and everything?
You completely can. Great thing about it as well is that you can actually shear it out, or you can use it for like a full coverage kind of product. So it really depends on how you apply it and how you prep your skin.
Yeah.
Today we did a little bit of prep work, so I remember I moisturized your skin really well with some of our Fix Plus, which is this spray. It's a charged ionic water spray to really plump and freshen up the skin.
Yeah, it feels super fresh.
Yeah, and also a little bit of softening lotion to get those little dehydrated parts up and plump and running, which sometimes in Miami, you can have oily skin, but at the same time dry skin in some areas. So you want to make sure that you kind of prep those prior to even going in with your foundation.
Do people do a lot of mattifying here just to combat with the oil?
They do. A lot of people have oily skin, and we have a couple products that do combat that. For example, we have Skin Refine Zone, and we also have our matte primer, which really helps control and actually make the skin look a lot smoother. There are a couple tools that you can use to, I guess, manipulate the amount of coverage that you're going to give your skin. So for someone such as yourself who doesn't necessarily need too much coverage, I would probably go in first with a 159 brush.
I like that brush.
This is amazing. Yeah, it has 2 fibers in it. It really gives you this airbrush kind of feel to your makeup, which is awesome. So it doesn't look like you have too much on. It doesn't feel like you have too much on throughout the day. So I usually like to go in with a little bit of this first, but for those problem areas or for those areas that you do need a little bit more coverage, using something flat and synthetic like a 191 brush is really going to help kind of build on that coverage.
Tell us about what you're applying right now.
So this is the Prep and Prime Translucent Powder. Turn this way for me. What this is going to do, it's going to help set the foundation, and it's kind of like a walking Photoshop product. It really minimizes the appearance of pores, any kind of like texture on the skin. It'll really go ahead and minimize all of that. So it's going to keep you nice, fresh, and velvety matte all day long.
What are some other uses people use this product for?
A lot of people use this product just to kind of knock out shine on the face and also to help set makeup.
Yeah.
I've actually used it a lot with a very fluffy brush if I want to sheer out an eyeshadow. Okay. I'll go ahead and apply a little bit of this onto the tip of the brush, and then I'll go and apply the eyeshadow as well. So it kind of gives you more of like a veil of color versus like a really intense, pigmentation.
What are some other things people do to prepare their skin for the heat and humidity?
I am obsessed with 3 different products that work for pretty much anyone. So I have these 2 over here. We have Fix Plus, which has charged ionic water. It really plumps and freshens up the skin, just as well as our Lightful Vitamin C Marine Bright formula.
Yes.
This is in our softening lotion. I'm obsessed with these 2. These are probably my go-tos for really creating that fresh, plump, kind of like skin-like feel. It's good for pretty much anyone.
So now that my face is all prepped and primed, we're gonna do some trends on my face. So you tell me what you're about to do.
Well, as you know, highlighting and contouring has definitely been a rise. So we're gonna do a little bit of a light sculpting just to kind of emphasize these gorgeous cheekbones that you have with a little bit of Bone Beige sculpting powder. These are great because you can actually customize your own palette here at Mac Pro. Ooh. And you can kind of do a little sculpting and highlighting action for yourself, which is pretty great. So the one that I'm using on you is Bone Beige, just because I feel like it's maybe 2 shades deeper than your actual skin tone. And I'm using a 137 brush to kind of lightly sculpt and gently sweep a little bit of this tone right onto the cheekbone, as you can see.
It definitely feels super light, the brush.
Yeah. I feel like most contours look its best when it looks natural and from within. But if you just kind of go with the guideline, kind of take a look at your skin tone, take a step back, look at the tones in your skin and try to match the natural depth in your actual face and enhance it, I feel like that's the best way to go. So the places that you do want to contour are right underneath the cheekbone. You want to create a reference point from the corner of the ear all the way to the corner of the lip. This is generally a typical great guideline as to where to place your contour. It's really gonna naturally sculpt the face and it's gonna enhance it pretty well. But for me, I feel like a big tip, especially with contouring the nose, I feel like sometimes the nose can be a very sensitive area to contour. So my biggest tip is to really take a second and analyze the nose and see where it is that you want to slim down. Typically, it is always at the tip, which is a great point to actually start off. Most people tend to start off in here and deposit all of the product right in here, when in reality, they want just a slimmer tip.
Now we're gonna jump into the trend of lips, and right now lips are a big deal with everybody in social media posting their big lips. So how can we make my lips look bigger, better? What's the trend?
Well, yeah, big lips have definitely been popping, especially in the social media world. But I kind of want to take it into the fashion industry and kind of incorporate the two together.
Yes.
So on the runway, what we've been seeing a lot lately is a really sharp-edged, really filling kind of like lip. It's kind of like a punky, straight-edge lip, but in a very modern way.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so the first product that I want to make sure to use is Prep and Prime Lip. This is basically going to be Velcro for any lipstick that you apply on. It'll help it last all day, and it actually helps it look smoother as well. Okay, so now that the lips are really nicely prepped and plumped, what I want to apply now is Current Lip Liner. So I want to apply this in a way where I really get a sharp angle to the lips, both top and bottom, just to really get that razor sharp feel. And if you personally find it difficult to start at the edge, or you don't necessarily know where to start, a good tip is to actually start right at the Cupid's bow. Because this look is mainly focused right on this tip over here, it'll help you kind of guide the lip application all throughout. Now, in the event that you want to refine a bit of the shape of the lip liner, you can always just use a little bit of fast response and a number 212 brush to really clean up those lines. This look is all about precision, nothing more, nothing less. You really kind of want to lay the brush flat down and slide it on through just to really get that perfect edged lip going on. The sharper, the better.
What about this matte lip trend?
So pretty much everyone everywhere is using matte lipsticks, and I mean, they're great products. They last all day, especially in a humid climate just like Miami. But they also just give you a nice velvety kind of rose petal finish. So now that we have these lips nice and perfectly lined, I'm not gonna leave like this, I promise.
We've gotta fill them in with something.
Yes, we do. But I'm going to introduce you today the Retro Matte Liquid Lipsticks, which are really bombing right now. Everyone is wearing matte, you see it everywhere, I'm sure. Everyone wants that nice velvety kind of matte finish to their lips. It's also very long wearing. So I picked out a few shades, and these tend to be trending at the moment, these very burnt-ish kind of deep red oxblood kind of like tone. So we have High Drama, we have Fashion Legacy, and we also have Dance With Me. These are all great and trendy new colors, but for today, I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of High Drama, just because I really want that rich, deep, kind of currenty chestnut tone.
So pretty.
So the great thing about this product as well is the applicator. It has a sponge tip applicator, and it's pointed to really help line and finish off the lips. So I'm just gonna go straight in with that. What I personally like to do is I like to lay it straight flat down and just glide it right on through. You could also just use the end of the sponge to really help detail your lip work. Now, matte textures aren't for everyone, and if it's not, that's okay. You can still have this long-wearing product with a glossy finish of just a simple MAC clear gloss. This will really add that ultra shine to any lip application.
Yeah, because sometimes the matte can get really dry,
Right.
so this would be a perfect answer for that.
Of course, it'll really kind of give it that glistening finish that a lot of people actually like.
Okay, so the lips look amazing, but we have to do something with my eyes. I usually wear like pretty heavy eye makeup, so you know better than anybody. What are we gonna do? What's trendy? What's gonna make this look come together?
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely can wear this lipstick just like this, add a little bit of mascara and call it a day.
For sure.
But we definitely want to glam it up a little bit more for you. Well, I'm actually going to introduce to you our soft serve eyeshadows. These are amazing, amazing products. They're cream eyeshadows, but they're made with anti-aging ingredients that really kind of help make the eyes look really smooth and flawless, but also luminous as well.
And this is very different than a powder eyeshadow. So explain to people why this is different and how it is applying differently.
Well, this is a great product because you don't even have to use a brush with it if you don't want to. You can use the tips of your fingers. It actually helps it glide on a little smoother. And you can even use it with a brush if you kind of want just a very smooth laid out application. So either or, it's a lot more convenient than a powdered eyeshadow, that's for sure. I don't want the eyeshadow to be too dramatic. I want to go with a kind of subtle hue of color. So I'm just going to use a 242 brush and sweep on a bit of this product right onto the lid. And then what I will do, I'll just go ahead and use my fingertips to go ahead and soften the edges of the eyeshadow, just to make sure it settles in nicely and it also blends right into the skin. It's actually really long lasting and it's water resistant as well. So it's one of those perfect eyeshadows to apply, especially in this heat. You can also check out our paint pots, which have been around for a while, but they also work really great. All I'm doing right now is I'm sweeping that product right onto the eyelid with my 242 brush. You want to start from the inner corner of the eye all the way to the outer corner and get a nice clean sweep of it. You want to, at the end, just use your fingertips and blend off the edge of that product, just to help it transition well right into the skin. And so it kind of, again, looks like a soft hue of color versus a streaked on application. You can also finish off this eye look by applying the same shade right underneath to give a continuous hue around the eye. This is going to help define and brighten the lower lash line. Okay, so now that we have a little bit of eyeshadow on, I don't want to stop here. What I want to do now is I want to introduce our Rebel Eyes Gel Liner. This is another great product for the Miami heat because it's sweat proof, it's humidity resistant, it's transfer resistant. It's going to be great and it's going to last all day long.
That's great.
My favorite part also is the pigmentation of it. It's completely black and it's very long lasting.
That's important with eyeliner, especially when you have a long day ahead. Sometimes they like start to fade or droop a bit, but this stuff lasts all day long.
Yep. And you can actually use the sponge angle tip applicators you can see here, or you can just use the gel product inside the pen and go ahead and apply it from there. That's what I'm going to do today. Now, I do want to create a nice dense liner on Jessica, but I want to start off with very specific precision. So I'm going to go in with a number 210 brush first, and I'm going to use the product that I kind of just twisted out a moment ago. And what I want to do is I want to start lining the base of her lash line. Turn this way for me and close your eyes. So the way you want to apply this liner is you want to bring it in from the tip straight forward into the rest of the eye to really create this straight-edged line. Usually most eyeliners curve or flick upwards, but this you really want it to be direct and razor sharp straight. Once you've mapped it out, you can now go ahead and start filling in. So close your eyes. With the actual applicator from Rebel Eyes.
So what are some tips you have for people that aren't very well versed in applying liquid eyeliner?
So using liquid eyeliner, I personally suggest always using a gel-based eyeliner first. I feel like those tend to be a little bit more forgiving than a liquid liner. Because once that liquid goes on, that's it. There's no moving it, there's no budging, and you are stuck. So going in with the gel actually helps you manipulate the product a little better before making that full-on commitment with that liquid.
It's easier to use.
A lot easier, yeah. And again, if you want to make that line extra sharp, what you can do is go back in with your 212 brush that we used before. And look straight ahead for me. And just very gently clean up around the edge using a straight mark right underneath that eyeliner. This will really help create a very straight edge and slick razor sharp line.
So what are your thoughts about people who wear eyeliner in the waterline of their eye?
That's actually, I think it's a very sexy kind of trend, I feel. I think it just makes your eyes look very smoldering. It's definitely a look.
Yeah.
But hey, if you want to go for that very evening seductive eye look, go for it.
Love it.
Yeah. So when you're creating the wing for this liner, the trick is to look straight forward and really create a straight edged wing. You don't want it to curve, you want it to go straight forward. And take that step back every now and then to really see the symmetry between both eyeliners. Once you've marked the base of your wing line, go ahead and take that step back and see where you need to adjust. So now we've done this razor sharp eyeliner. Now we want to go ahead and further define the eyes, kind of like we were talking about earlier. Just creating a more seductive feel to this. So look up. Now this is one of our new Kajal eyeliners, and this one is in Squid. I love using this eye pencil because it really gives you this inky black payoff, but it's very long lasting too. So you don't have to worry about it smearing off or coming off, especially again in this humidity.
Is this a product that's made for the waterline?
It is, it's actually made for the waterline or for anywhere that you want to apply it. It's pretty fantastic. And again, it's like jet black. It's not one of those eyeliners that fade, no. It stays true to its color. So now to really finish off the eyes, what I want to do is I want to use one of our newest mascaras. It's called In Extreme Dimension Waterproof. This is the ultimate Miami mascara. It does not come off. You can take it to the pool, to the beach, wherever you want.
I like that though.
It won't run, it won't smudge. It's pretty fantastic.
That's important. And what kind of brush is on there?
It's actually a very large synthetic brush that really gives you an immediate volume to your lashes, which I'm obsessed with. So look up for me. Also, as you're applying it, it doesn't really clump up your lashes. It really gives you a smooth application. Now, a great tip that I like to use with this mascara is actually using the tip. So most of the time, we have a bunch of product that kind of accumulates right on the tip of the mascara wand. I like to use that and really inject it at the base of the lash. So look down for me. Just like so. Just really pumping it right into the base of the actual lash line. And then once you've deposited all of that product, what you want to do is really smooth it out right up to the tips of the lash. And it kind of gives you this really fluttery, open, gorgeous volumized lash. That's set for the beach, pool, and Miami proof. Okay. So now that we have the eyes bedazzled and gorgeously lined, I'm gonna go in and head to the brows now. So,
brows are a huge trend right now, so
yeah,
tell us about this.
Everyone has their brows done. So what's actually kind of trending right now is a really bushy, kind of organic brow.
Thicker.
So, yeah, thicker, fuller, definitely. So what I like to use is the Big Brow Pencil from MAC Cosmetics. These just add a little bit of texture and coverage to the brow. So it just kind of fills it in, but my favorite part is that it makes them flare a little bit, kind of creating that voluminous feel that we all enjoy seeing.
Yes.
It looks like it actually makes your brows bushier.
Yeah, you gotta fill in those gaps.
Yeah. And what you can do is you can just spoolie them upwards and outwards to give maximum space for your brows. It's also really quick and easy to use and apply, and it's actually pretty long wearing, I find. Another big important step with this is actually applying it against the grain of the brow. You don't necessarily want to fill in with it because that kind of defeats the purpose of the product. You really want to, again, fluff up and really plump up those brows. And the point of this is not necessarily to get this like perfect sculpted brow, but it's actually the complete opposite. It's more of like, again, a fresh organic feel to the brow. You want to focus on volume and lush. So now that most of the makeup is done, I feel like Jessica needs a little bit of a highlight. So I'm gonna go back in with our Soft Serve cream eyeshadows in Quite Yummy. Again, just to give that spotlight highlight to Jessica. So going back in with my 242 brush, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this product and apply it wherever I wanna highlight. So the inner tear duct of the eye here. If you wanna turn your face this way. We can also add a little bit right in between the eyes. Again, for a soft highlight there to open up the space between the eyes. We can also add a little bit of this right onto the brow bone. Again, just to really open up and freshen up the eye a little bit. And just pat that right in with your fingertips to make sure it blends in seamlessly to the skin. Gorgeous. I actually really like this one. And if you'd like, you can even place this right above the cheekbones to get that peachy spotlit highlight. You can use your 242 brush, or you can actually even just use your fingertips like we did before. For this gorgeous gleaming highlight. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. You did an incredible job. My face is totally transitioned from no makeup to full amazing makeup, and I just feel more like myself now.
Exactly.
And it looks amazing, and you're the best.
Oh, thank you. So this is a perfect way to wear makeup in Miami and at the same time stick to the trend.
Now I've got this incredible razor sharp, trendy makeup look. It's incredible, but now I want to know, what do you have to have in your makeup kit? What are the must-haves you can't leave home without?
Okay, so for this kind of makeup trend, my must-haves at the moment are, I already mentioned some of them that I applied on you, but I would suggest these lip liners. I mean, I probably go to these all the time now. For more trendy makeup applications, I have Current Lip Liner, which is what you have on your lips
So
right now.
pretty.
Amazing. It's like a plum
rich.
deep color, super. We also have Brick Lip Liner. You can choose Night Moth or even Half Red Lip Liners. All these are great, along with a few shades of the Retro Matte Liquid Lipsticks. These are fantastic, again, because they're extremely velvety matte, they're long wearing, and they will not move. These shades are High Drama, which is what you have on your lips again.
Yes.
We have Dance With Me, and we have Fashion Legacy. So these are probably my go-tos right now.
Awesome.
As far as lips go. Other products, what I must have in my kit are my pigments and my glitters. I am
Tell us about
obsessed with
those.
these. I don't know, I just feel like they add just a little kick of glamour to any makeup application. They really make the eyes sparkle.
They're intense color.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. My favorite ones definitely have to be our Reflex pigments, just because they offer a very light hue of glimmer, but it's not like so strong on. You can apply it just with your fingertips. They're fantastic just to create really nice high shines on the skin or on the eyes.
Yes, and you have a million palettes over here that are so exciting to me, but talk about those a little bit.
I don't go anywhere without my palettes. My palettes pretty much are my safe zone. I love them. I can do practically any with them. The best part about MAC Cosmetics right now is that you can actually customize them yourself.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can kind of combine blushes with your eyeshadows, your cream color bases, kind of all of them together. There's such a wide range of palette options. It's unfathomable.
And what about color trends? I see we used a lot of deep reds today and browns. What are the color trends you think that are coming? And is it gonna stay matte, the makeup, or are we gonna move on from that trend?
I feel like this season is really kind of like an all or nothing kind of trend going on, you know? Like you do have those shows where the models are very bare-faced and like it seems like the makeup is almost refreshing, almost kind of emphasizing the natural kind of nuances of the skin. But then you also have this other extreme where it's like, give me everything. So you have this kaleidoscope range of colors that are existing, like, you know, random pops of greens and chartreuses and, you know, cyan blues and, you know, it's definitely very fun, glitters and all of that. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot to expect this season coming up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So moving on from the makeup, let's talk about you, Josh. You are an incredible makeup artist. You have so much going on in Miami and all over the place. I know you've traveled to do makeup. Tell us what you have in the works and what we can expect from you and where people can check you out.
MAC has definitely been keeping me busy. I actually just came back from New York for a Pro event. They flew me out. It's like this body painting exhibit. That was so much fun. It was great. I just recently worked with Haley Steinfeld for the Active Music Radio at the Fountain Blue. I've been working with Brickle and Key Biscayne magazine. Those are my go-to house projects. I love working with them every month. But yeah, I've just been keeping busy. Upcoming, I am definitely going to be hitting up a few shows for Swim Week. So if you're going to any of the events, you can catch me there. Great topic. And if you do want to get your makeup done by me, just come on into the MAC Pro store here on Lincoln Road and we'll definitely take care of you. So my name is Joshua M Ribadeo and I am MAC Cosmetics regional media artist here in Miami.